Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Welcome to the weird part of YouTube. And shit, I guess things aren't going to open up too soon. I guess we'll be spending the summer right here. Shit. Until they start opening things up. So, yeah. It's going to be a hot summer. Jeez. So, yeah, it was, I guess Starbucks is going to more to go. God, man, yeah, soon you can't go anywhere. So tonight's, I was kind of surprised by finding this of just randomly about NASA. It might be seen as a joke article for some people, but I mean, I believe this is real. I mean, they actually have it in their documents. NASA talking about parallel realities, backwards realities, kind of like a Benjamin Button. Basically, you're old, and then you become young into a baby, which I believe everything's real. It's just funny how, I mean, it's on the internet. It seemed as a joke, but I believe it was on NASA's. Either way, it's it's fourth dimensional thinking there. So there we go, making some progress. Of course, not taken seriously. We're too busy setting everything on fire because we're nobody's taking us seriously. I wonder why. Fuck, jeez. Yeah, we got a long ways for a parallel universe going backwards to become part of daily conversation. But you never know. You can always hope for the best, huh? Figure out you connect to the trillionth dimension. That seems to be, I'm not sure if I ever channeled that, but I can't remember. I can't remember anything of, anyway, I can't remember everything, so either way. Go into the trillionth dimension and give you a different perspective of, one moment. Yeah, they gave me a message about, okay, this is them right now. Is they build it with so much karma in the higher dimensions. There is karma in different dimensions. I don't care what anybody says. It's done differently, but it's it's just a different. It just operates differently. Some beings feel like they get no karma, but maybe not reality, but in another one it'll come back in some shape or form. Some can get away from it. It all depends. There's no one shoe fits all. Let's put it that way, but. It's like in the higher dimensions, they produce a lot of karma or questions that they can't answer, even in the trillionth dimension or quadrillionth, whatever you want to call it. And so they have to have worlds like this to discover themselves. So they're unraveling themselves on a different level. And you can be in the higher realms and be there forever. And as soon as you come in this world, you feel like a bomb hit you. It's like, man, I didn't realize how screwed up I was. So, this world brings it out. You can go to the fourth dimension, you can do that there. But the third dimensional world is actually better for it. Especially like this, a war planet. Especially, I mean, meaning that sometimes you need war, love it or hate it. Mostly hate it, but now I'm out of focus. I wonder why. Well, let's see. Yeah, look at that. Maybe it's the deep state. It's so distracting. That's why I'm fixing it. Look at that. It's just like Photoshop. Sort of. Of course, now I forgot what I was talking about. That worked out really well. But yeah, it's like you get hit by a bomb, and I just lost my train of thought. They just fuckers. But either way, I think you get the idea. Yeah, you're in higher dimensions. Everything's that's right. The war planet. You kind of need I mean, if you have all these difficulties in higher dimensions that you know you don't have to deal with, um, and you come here and it brings a lot of it out. It's like you get acne or something here. You know, you just get, and it's like if this was like a peaceful world and you incarnated into it, and you got major issues, it's like dropping a bomb on the planet. It's gonna really fuck everybody up. Now that doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but then you feel alone, and because you're the only one that's super fucked up. Of course, people feel that here now. But think about if you're in a happy world and you're the only one that's fucking screwed up, and beings are trying to figure you out, and you're too psychotic to sit down. You know, and once again, people probably can relate to that. They just feel like nobody can help them, and so yeah, and you just so you're on a war planet like ours, where you know cesspool energies are everywhere. At least you can relate to something. You know, a lot of people can't relate to shit, but you know, but either way, it's just accumulation of low energy. Well, it's just that it's just this stuff you gotta face. So you know, people talk about the higher dimensions and how wonderful they are, but eventually, you gotta come here or a world like this to flesh themselves out, cleanse themselves. You know, it's like going to the spa to just clear out your old, you know, skeletons in your closet, things like that. I'm trying to keep it clean here, but it's just doing an energy cleanse. And yeah, it's hell, but it's like you're like you're in a washing machine basically, or something like that. So either way, it's you know, it's yeah, things are going to calm down, but realize other worlds are going to take on all of this because the mission isn't done. I think as more people realize, I check. Hopefully this is recording right. Let me check 1 second. So far, so good. uh, um, yeah, we're just transitioning into this new energy field, basically. Yeah, a lot of things are coming in, definitely. So for the trillionth dimension, oh yeah, I want to go into the astral. I think tomorrow, if I can remember to make this a subject matter of, yeah, a lot of things cannot be done in spirit, and that's why the physical realm exists on different levels, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, etc. Even if the fifth dimension is lighter, it's still there's always a spirit world connected to it that it can't solve its problems. But you know, so we are a fractal of the astral world. The astral world is really, I'm not telling anybody. Some people already know this, but the astral world is the real world technically, and we're sorting ourselves out, figuring ourselves out here of problems. We're solving difficulties, challenging ourselves on many levels for our astral selves to have a more positive connection. So like the current rides and stuff like that, everything's astral connected. It's like this is the masterpiece we're creating, if we want to call it that. That's why certain news things happen, like like Baltimore has like 350 people die, but that doesn't make the news. But one person dies in Minneapolis, just burned the whole place down. So, and there's been more atrocities ever in this country and around the world. I mean, like Yemen's not mentioned at all. I mean, yeah, Yemen, there's a war going on, I believe, still, but you would not know that. Wasn't in the mainstream media. So, yeah. Why aren't the protesters talking about that? Nope. So yeah, it's an astral. They're not giving me the full details of it, but this is not news to some people. But I've been connected more to the astral realm of. This is our difficulties that we've been trying to solve in many incarnations. That does assist the spirit world, and it's like the way I visualize astral is separate. I mean, it's spiritual, but I still feel it's separate than the spirit world. the spirit world, all your spirit guides and everything, like the paradise reality. You know, AI beings are just kind of full of themselves. Oh, some of them are nice, but a lot of them are just, you know, whatever. You know, it's the perfect reality. It's a spirit where everything's put together. And then you bring it all into the alien realities and the architecture of our realities are built. But it's like a paradise reality, from what I'm gathering. But you can still have assholes there, which I've seen. And you can still have even their just lower dimensional beings there too, because they kind of intermingle. They still talk to each other. It's like it's because you know, there's a demonic energy in spirit. I mean, I don't doesn't mean you're getting possessed, but they're still kind of having a conversation. I'm not going to split them up all together. Those guys are bad. We're not talking to them. No, fuck, they talk to everybody. So, but that doesn't mean there's not a bunch of dipshits in spirit. But anyway, it's everywhere. But you know, if you're going to go into spirit, everybody's going to be perfect and smelling great, and they might smell great, but you know, still some have a personality disorder there. But I would feel the way I look at it, Astral is the architecture of realities, and that's where we're at right now, developing our this world, because it's more connected to our world. And the spirit world's connected to us, but the astral worlds really are the building blocks of this reality, and that's where we're we go to sleep, because that's where we're currently there right now, even when you're awake. What I see. Not everybody's gonna agree with that, but that's this place is put together for certain reasons. You can I would say you can crack this reality, the matrix, or whatever you're gonna call it, as you understand astral more clearly. Obviously, they're not gonna make it super clear, but as you just go about it gradually, the astral world of what happens here makes more sense. Like things all make sense here, right? Yeah, the riots and everything over. I mean, you should have been rioting 10 years ago, or longer than that. So, but it has a certain like a certain reason for certain things. You're always like gonna know. The 9/11 situation, etc. Financial situation. 2008. You might not get the full answers of that. It's guarded from what it seems like, for obvious reasons. Like turning point events are not always going to be the clearest, but does it matter? It's up to you. But I feel like Astral is the canvas that creates our reality for us to learn, become better. It's kind of like to get us to, that's what the spirit guide energies are connected to it, to get us to follow our mission, to clear out insecurities, fears, connected to past lives, whatever it might be. The astral realm is helping us figure that out. As we figure it out, it's just, I wouldn't say there's a right or wrong, but you do the best you can. But at least you're here. I mean, obviously you want to solve it. Your mission, people look for their missions. It's a lot of missions are not written out. It's just, I mean, you do have a path, but it's like I believe for most people, it's mostly written as you go about. You have goals, you have things you want to do, but you're kind of writing out your future, because you can make decisions while you're here in the physical. I mean, it's like you're inside the painting. Like you're creating your reality as you go, or in the movie, and you're not always aware of the power that you have here. And that's kind of the trick, to make you feel like you're powerless. So they're not giving me a whole lot of details about the astral world, but it's definitely forming this reality for what we need to learn in whatever perspective that is. Healing fear is the major one. To not let things, like you make a mistake and you think everybody's going to come and kick your ass, and you tell them, hey, like, I screwed that up. It's like, yeah, nobody cares. That type of thing. But you spent like all night worrying about it, just for example. But you have to go through those things to figure out if you're going to let it bother you or not. Stuff like that. And clear out insecurities. Like talking about spiritual energies. obviously, it doesn't seem like that doorway is open for public debate yet. Shit. We're too busy burning everything down right now. Are you going to talk about spirit guides in front of people? Yeah, it's going to go really well. It's like some people are talking to Jesus, and the rest of us are just supposed to connect to the spirit world. Yeah, see how well that goes. I think you're better off connecting to Jesus right now. Nothing wrong with that, but on a religious level, though. So, yeah, it's like a certain amount of spirituality that some people can handle. Now you're going to connect to aliens, like, okay, even on a public manner, yeah. Yeah, it's all about fourth dimensional thinking. That's why people say, why the aliens haven't showed up, because they're thinking about it on a third dimensional level. So you bring more fourth dimension, and it's a gradual process. Thinking about fourth dimensional stuff all the time is not as easy as it sounds, of course. So, yeah, everything's astral. Doesn't mean you have to know everything about astral. People watch from astral. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, that does not say I have full knowledge of it, but well, we'll see what we get. More of that's coming through. Let's put it that way. All right. There's a new to all of this. I'mTower.com. Our private sessions. Whatever this is, scheduler. We're gonna have a channel. Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. I'm trying to think. I can't think. I'm on the 31st. What was last month? May? Yeah, I'm on the 31st for some people, not everyone. Same situation here. Nice flower there. Have other channelers and healers I do recommend. Social network, got this sucker working, so the domain's working. I was gonna wait a little bit for the other one, but I feel like now's the time just to unleash it. It's a good setup as far as I can tell. And you have absolute insanity. Alright, for support. Okay. I have focus again. Okay. Alright. Doesn't matter if I'm not focused or not. Okay, alright, blessings. Yeah, the energies come through. They're doing all kinds of shit. So, okay, alright, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. This is Cornelius from the Trillionth dimension. Greetings to your human counterparts of existence. Realize we, yes, come through as a dream world to yours. Some of you dream of, yes, the 12th dimension, 15th dimensions, and so on. Your NASA is a reflection. It is disclosing tidbits of your reality that humans, yes, are laughing about because they're still in a Neanderthal energy in some ways. Neanderthals are very intelligent, but also you have like the Neanderthal programming of keeping humans shut down. Meaning the Neanderthal was like a computer. You could be very smart or very, very stupid. So you're part of the Neanderthal computer of, you won't call it stupid, but I think you understand. Of the dialed down to explore what you're here to explore. Realize that even in the higher dimensions, we're not always aware of parallel realities of their existence. Yes, we're part of creating a lot of them, but realize nothing's ever fully understood. Even in the spirit world, there's a lot. You might see it, but even there, you might not understand everything. So parallel worlds can be created instantly, and many do go backwards. Many find your reality humorous or a joke. As yes, it goes technology, the highest technology realities ever, and then get rid of it. Go more primitive, and that is where the adventure is going into as primitive as you become like your Egyptians, even more primitive than that. And that's another form of spirituality, as many of you know. You go from spirituality from Egyptian times to Babylonian times, and you forget it, well, for the most part, you go back to your technology. But many worlds start with technology and go the opposite way. You can say Atlantis is that you go from technology, you go to primitive, but it's still different. Yes, backwards reality, which actually many of you, that's another reason why some of you feel so disconnected from this world, especially those that are politicians. A lot of those politicians here that are gabbing away, some of them are homeless people on other realities, some of them are actors, some are just a joke. But here they're a big deal. That's what makes it even more. And even a politician, we don't want to be about politics, but there is a lot of hypnotism because a lot of those politicians used to be actors in previous incarnations of other realities. How do you think they can hypnotize society so easily? It's another form of looking at your world from inside out. But realize also, even in the fourth dimension, every dimension, as you're not fully aware of your dimensions, well, some of you are, it comes to you, and some of you actually do see it in your mind, a backward reality, parallel realities. Some even parallel realities. There's one going one way, one going the other, and they know each other exists. Where it's part of their, like, other planets, but it's like if you knew another world that had a civilization on it. There are other worlds, that have different parallel realities going back and just a complete opposite of each other. Welcome to the Trillionth dimension. Some of these things are concepts that might be hard to comprehend in your reality. Once again, you're going from the Neanderthal era of thinking. Now that's being healed, but not an easy one, as you can see. There's a lot of black magicians on this reality. A lot of them come from different universes, different realities, where some of these black magicians are kings, magic kings, and other versions of Earth. I mean, the magician is a god. But one that's not your Greek gods is one that just, it's intimidation energy. But so your NASA or science, say what you want about them. A lot of them incarnate through world after world, disclosing alien energies. They go to third dimensional worlds, discover space travel, and then do what they're here to do. Neil Armstrong has been to many planets. I think you have the idea of it. And many of you have done the same task on other worlds too. So, same as your retailer creators, your SpaceX, that's been done on other planets also. So, as a trillionth dimensional being, why are we here? I believe some of you care. As, yes, we are a dimension of the gods. But yes, we don't like talking about our difficulties, even in those realms. As once again, we feel like we can do anything. At least we're aware of it. Your world forgot. But sometimes it's better to forget than to remember. Because some remember, our memories are much different than yours. Yes, as you are trying to remember your lifetimes on other worlds, we remember them instantly. It's like you remember your family tree. You look in the book and see 1800s, 1700s. Well, for our family tree, is this universe, that universe. It's much broader. Planets are like neighborhoods. universes are like going to another country, you can say. Oh, you came from the cat universe. No wonder you're trying to, scratch everybody up, just for example, though. There's also a DNA universe where DNA is always being invented and created, and it's just DNA everywhere, planets of DNA. And yes, some of that DNA can take over you, some of it can empower you. It's like a drug universe in some regard. Once again, why are we here bringing this up? Basically, you're NASA or time travelers from other worlds. Just the entity itself, planting information. Little tidbits, not taken seriously, of course not. But for those of you that wish to enhance your awareness, as you see what is seen as crazy by your normal people, it brings fulfillment to you to know there's much more to this reality. Because many of you are used to connecting to other parallel worlds like it's no big deal. It's part of society. What do you think the Palladians and the Syrians and etc. beings do? They're aware of them more than you, obviously. But many of them actually interact. It's not always everyone. Sometimes it's just a few beings that can see it, and others are like just wowed by the information that they're receiving as they're receiving from us. Connected to a parallel reality is like being an alien Christopher Columbus without the massacre. Of course, some do that too. Yeah, it's like a reptilian being, or any being. We'll just use reptilians because they're known for these things. It could be insane. Well, for a reptilian, it's they find a parallel world and conquer it and manipulate it. Have a love affair there. Change their appearance and go incognito and start a whole nother life there. Like it's like they went to Mexico and started a whole existence there. Now some might try to take over. It all depends. You know, they're all complete conquerors of everything. But it's normally alien beings that connect to different realities. There's usually one or two. It's not normally the whole planet, unless you're at a higher dimension, but that's part of your reality. Or it's part of your reality of connecting to other parallel realities. That's what you do. That's your whole existence. It's finding new places. It's the comfort of your own home, exactly. Or a home planet. So not everybody wants to do space travel. But it's another way of opening up who you are. So you're not used to this type of things. Parallel realities are not used. You're not used to speaking about it. So it's heresy. You're not allowed. It's like for some of you, it's air. But then others, as you bring it up, people want to stop your breathing because they don't want to hear it, like your everyday human. The human, yes, is the Earth here is just a barbarian planet, but it's also a nightmare planet. But there's actually nightmares here from other worlds. Beings have nightmares, and they wonder. Sometimes those aliens are calling beings here to trap them, to manipulate, whatever it might be for growth. So this world seduces other planets through the astral plane. Normally it's through the lower. Your astral world is, yes, your building blocks of your current reality, yes. Now, where your human comes from and all of that, that's up to you. We're not here to unmask that. There's a lot of mysteries that need to be stayed a mystery, but eventually they'll unravel. Let's put it this way. Anunnaki did play a big role in it. But not the only ones. But, yeah, to them, they created the human race. Well, from the Anunnaki's point of view, they assisted with the modern human design system that you're living under right now. So in their eyes, they did create it or reinvent it. Let's put it that way. Just like a company brings in trends, like now everybody has an iPod, everybody's wearing Nikes. You know, Anunnaki got you to live a lifestyle that they invented. They played a big role. It's not always they just take credit for everybody's stuff too. Yeah, they're narcissists. Narcissists on a whole new level. Yes, and that's a lot of where your wealthy class comes from, sitting around doing nothing. It's not just from the carrion races. Anunnaki does the same thing. It's like, who can sit around and do nothing and get everybody to do their bidding? That's power. Like your Queen of England, no matter if she look, whatever that is, she looks great, she doesn't look great. She can tap. It doesn't matter. It's just, you can almost get a corpse to run a country. I guess Joe Biden's kind of showing those energies. But yes, Joe Biden split a long time ago and left you one of his brother clones, you can say. I don't believe he's planning on winning either any elections or any winning in life for that matter. There's a lot of manipulations around. He pretty much sold himself a long time ago. As you can see, selling yourself out isn't what it's cracked up to be. And it's even, yes, your Obama is kind of going through that too, because he can be the same as your Biden. The Biden is kind of like a thing, hey Obama, see this? You can be the same way, kind of just robotic, not really there. And that's going on in Astral. Astral, yes, is a game. It's for some. We can say it, some might not sit with us well, but it is a game in Astral, and you're here to figure it out. As many of their insecurities block themselves in to a wall, into a corner, and not even realize it with your insecurities, fears, but that's part of the game. As you unhinge everything and release yourself from the prison you put yourself in, that's the whole point. It's a game to who can get you to shut down. The Astral game is it's not a game as you would see it here in third dimension, but I think some of you feel it is a life puzzle. You're here to figure things out. Like your human self is here to get this job, but somebody in Astral said, I don't think so, and cuts that cord. It's like, you're not gonna get that job. It's like, fuck. Now what? It's like my human self is screwed. So it's kind of like, you just got to find other things. So the Astral game is who is moving the dice, who's moving things around, making it more difficult here. And many humans do sabotage themselves. Once again, it's not always you doing it. It's somebody taking your insecurities. Like, what about that insecurity? Are you ready to clear that blockage, clear that fear, and open the door and keep going? Or just stay there in depression and say, God, my life's going nowhere. I have opportunities everywhere, but I'm afraid to try anything, even if it's for free. Sometimes it's just going somewhere new. That's a big deal. It doesn't have to be anything major. It can be just going outside the house, just doing something. What does your heart desire? That's the main thing. What is your heart telling you? That's showing that's coming from your astral, your higher self. That's your direction point. And if you feel like you need to be where you are and inner heal, and you don't have to go and build rockets or anything, just do what you're doing, then that's what you're here to do. Then that's the other thing. You see somebody building rockets and you're just here staring at your refrigerator. It's like, I think I can do that stuff too, but that doesn't matter. You're here to sit there and look at your refrigerator, which is a lot harder than building rockets when you think about it. I mean, if you want to build rockets, you always get smart people and all this, but sitting at home just mowing the lawn, just like, what's my wife about? Who am I? That's harder. It might not seem that way, but many of you are used to the action lifetimes. I can do this, I can be Indiana Jones, I can do this, all that. But the simple things of life are like murder to some of you, to yourselves. The dullest life ever. Yeah, I played tic-tac-toe, bingo today, and I lost, and that was the most excitement. It's like, that's a big deal. You should take an adventurous lifetime that you used to have, and you go your heart's desire, and just to, it's like, I feel like this is what I need to, playing bingo is all I need to do. Then just do it then. Or being a maid or a butler. It's like, this is, I feel like that's all I need. Then that's it then. You don't have to save the world or anything like that. The simplest things. And that's the con of your world. It's like, yeah, you'd be surprised how rich you are when you have very little. As some of you realize. When you have everything. Yeah, but you know, it's distractions of who you are. So. Alright. This is from us to you. Blessings.